Of all the Season 3 maps of Hitman, the one I was most looking forward to doing a ghost run was Berlin. For one, it's one of my favorite maps. And the second is I spent hours trying to recreate Tresviat's famous and epic run where he kills all 11 ICA agents within about 40 seconds of each other, and all with accident kills. So I knew how to kill everybody, all the targets on this map, even the one that isn't here on this run, with an accident kill heading in. This is Maver88 with my ghost run of Berlin. Here's the first kill. Timing works out. So there's one gone. I believe that's Mr. Davenport. Now we're going to take care of Mr. Green. Now, the issue here, I mean, that propane tank's just sitting there begging for you. You know he's going to smoke at that spot. Is you got to distract him somehow, because if he goes straight over there now, the other guy's going to sit there for like, I don't know, 5 hours or so. But he's there a long time, and he will die in the explosion as well. So you saw that as I was running past him and heading for my next destination, I turned around and tossed a coin so that Agent Green would go back, slowing down, stopping, looking, going back, maybe calling it in, that whole routine they go through. Pick up the coin, and by the time he does all that, the other guy who went to check the noise when I threw the propane flask will have left, and you won't get a non-target kill. So that's Agent Green gone. So we're already down 2, and we're only at the 2-minute mark. So the next 3 won't go quite as fast. A little bit more setting up to do, and we also have to be concerned about non-target kills on 2 of the next 3. So we're going to be a little bit more careful. I'm going down to take care of the cameras, and Montgomery is in the way. So that's why I slowed down. You need to be aware where Montgomery is. And we're trying to do this quick because we know that there's another agent about to come in. Forgot his name at the moment. So turning on the water, I'm sure everyone's done this. We're going to get the pass, even though I don't think I use it again. But at least get a little bit extra experience. Not that I need it. All right, then we can go take out the cameras. You saw me look back just to make sure the agent wasn't getting close. Thought about using a water kill here, but it's a little bit more difficult to set up because when you spill the water, the other guard usually hears and he goes for it. So it's a little bit easier if you have a taser, but I didn't really want to mess with that there. All right, so we've got that. We can go on to our next targets. I want to check to see where Agent Swan is, and he is far away, so I'm not going to run into him as I'm doing this. I believe this was the first and only time I tried this. You normally went in the way I usually do, which is, going to the other zone on the other side of that fence and then down the steps to get into the building. But I just got so tired of hearing Lowenfeld complain about his food delivery, and it's that every time you go in that way, you're going to hear that. So I said, let's screw that. I'm going to go this way, and hopefully I can miss that conversation. You need 2 things here. You need a wrench. The wrench will take care of Agent Swan. I'm picking up the coin because I always pick up coins. And we are in a bit of a bind here. Here comes Lowenfels, probably to tell us how hungry he is. And this enforcer that is hanging out where our screwdriver is, that we need, is not leaving. And so then you have Lowenfels come back, you have the enforcer come back. There's a long delay, so this is why I'm fast forwarding through it all. All right, once they're both gone and clear, I'm going to try to figure out, what am I doing? Did I actually try to go for the propane tank already? That made no sense. I was probably, thinking, well, if it's clear on that side and the enforcer in there isn't looking at me, let's just get the propane tank now and save ourselves later. Because the way my timing always works out, when I finally get the screwdriver that I've been waiting, 3 minutes for? When I finally get the screwdriver, then I go over here. That enforcer is going to be back staring at the entrance, and I can't go get the propane flask. And then Lowenfels will be back. So, yeah. All right, once the enforcer leaves, let's toss a coin over here. We're going to distract the other enforcer that's got his face to us when he's staring at that bike. Wait for him to go. Make sure that guy's not coming. Keep an eye on the mini-map. Make sure Lowenfels isn't coming. Then go get your screwdriver. And we can get out of here. Still need the propane flask. And the enforcer over there is just leaving, so we have a chance to go grab it now. And Lowenfels is on his way back in, but he will not spot us from over there. And I think he stops to have this conversation about the food. If you're in the cabinet, he doesn't, so thank goodness. So we're going to head up these stairs. Our target is Agent Tremaine, I believe is his name. He smokes right at that spot where he was just at. So we want to throw the propane flask right there. This is a spot where you can get a non-target kill. That guard from the biker gang that walks up and down there, sometimes he stops there to have a conversation. It's rare. You've got to be really unlucky to have that happen. So, that's a possibility, but it's not a strong possibility. He's away a lot more than he's here. Here we're going to set up an electrocution trap. So, expose the wire. We're going to put some coins down because I don't want to sit around waiting for this to distract him. So put one there, and then he can get spotted here. I keep getting a lot of yellow. I'm not sure why. Put one over there to get him to see the other one. Turn on your water. And you can turn it off. And then I'm going around the other way because they kept on giving me yellow every time I tried to cross that little opening. So I'm just being very careful. And now turn on the power. And double check, make sure you see some electricity over there. And then if you do, that agent is gone. Both of them. So that's two more that are basically gone. So we only have one left. It's going to be Agent Swan. Again, this is another one where you can get a non-target kill. There is a gentleman that walks around in a circle, and when he's near Swan over here, like he is right now, he's in the location. He talks on the cell phone, and he would die in the blast if the blast were to happen now. But the fact that he's here now pretty much means that he is not going to be here when Swan gets over here. So I'm not, at this point, when I was doing the run, I wasn't 100% sure. There goes one of them, Tremaine, I believe. But now that he's over by the juice bar, I'm pretty sure that Swan's going to get over here before that other guy makes it back. What I do is, if I'm worried at all that the cell phone guy is going to get over here at the same time Swan is going to light up a cigarette, I will use a coin to distract cell phone guy and delay him to make sure he doesn't miss it. I'm probably hanging in the area just to make sure. Because you get this far into the run where you've got 4 of the 5 dead. Well, 4 is about to be dead. You don't want to have it ruined because of a non-target kill. So once I'm sure that guy's not going to be a problem, then I go ahead head for the exit. And I think by the time I get there, both the 2 remaining agents will be dead.
He's good, but he's not psychic.
And that's Berlin. Like I said, Tresbiat's run, I don't know if you've ever seen it. I imagine you have. I mean, it's amazing. He also did one like that for Mumbai, where he killed all the targets in a contract in like a 30-second span. It's just amazing how he works out the timing on those. And that's my ghost run for Berlin.